I'm David Fleming from the Disciples Ignited YouTube channel, where we're focused on Jesus, advancing his kingdom, and preparing his disciples. Now, we started a new study on the book of Romans, and we've just gotten started. If you haven't listened to the first 3 videos, I encourage you to go back and listen to those. But we've just started on the introduction, and we're still in the introduction right now, which is Romans chapter 1, verses 1 through 17. In fact, we are still in the first verse. But listen to this. Let me read it to you again. Romans chapter 1, verse 1. Paul, a slave of Christ Jesus, called to be an apostle, set apart for the gospel of God. Verse 2, which he promised previously through the prophets in the Holy Scriptures. Verse 3, concerning his Son. So Paul is telling the Romans that he has been set apart for the gospel of God. And then he defines what that means. What is the gospel of God? In verse 3, he says, concerning his Son. Oh, Paul is in love with Jesus, and he is so focused on Jesus. Let me tell you, throughout Paul's ministry, he did not veer from his message and concentrated study and focus on Jesus. That's what he preached. That's what he taught. That's what he spent his entire ministry declaring. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. You know, Paul, when he went to the Romans, he said that he was going to come and serve them and impart into them spiritual gifts that were going to make them strong. But how was he able to do that so effectively? In fact, why was Paul's ministry throughout his decades of ministry, why was it so effective? Why was it so fruitful? Well, I'll tell you. It is because he never veered from preaching Jesus. That was his focus. That was his heart. He wanted to not only represent Jesus, but he wanted to make sure that others understood the message, the gospel of God, which he said concerns his Son. Oh, that we would understand this. That so many have been led astray by different teachings, just all different fluff that is being ministered and has been ministered over the decades of contemporary Christianity. But I'm telling you, if we want to be effective, if we want to be fruitful, like Paul, let's keep it simple, but let's keep it profound. Let's focus on Jesus, just as Paul did. An apostle of the Lord, he said, set apart for the gospel of God, which he defined as concerning the Son. We'll see you tomorrow.